Amma. I use the she/she's pronouns. I am a graduating senior of the class of 2022 and the outgoing TCU President. I definitely call Ghana my home because that's where I was born, that's where I grew up, that's where I went to school. I moved to the United States when I was 16, so I consider Ghana as my home because that's where I learned all my morals and values. A little bit about myself is I like to paint, I like to draw, I like to dance, listen to music, and take pictures. I would say those are my favorite things to do.
So you're really a nice mix of the STEM and like artist vibe.
Yeah, everyone thought I was gonna go to school and do art, but like I'm a math person and I also like art. It's like a weird combination. Like I like to paint and draw in my free time, but I also like math. So it's like I'm a weird person. It's just weird.
You're a woman of many talents.
Thanks. So I always wanted to be a neurosurgeon, but I always wanted to make my own surgical instruments, and so that's why I did biomedical engineering.
What made you decide? Like, I wanna be president. Like, I wanna run TCU. What was your thought process?
You know what's actually crazy? That was the one position I said I'm never going to do. Like, never in my life. Like, and it's funny because after like general elections, when like we're deciding who's gonna like be nominated for president, I kept making these like comments through. I'm like, oh my god, I don't want to be the person who's about to run. Like just like making all these like silly comments. Like I wish him all the best. Like that's not gonna be me though. Literally like up to the point where like I decided. Like it took a lot, I would say, for me to say, okay, I'm going to do this, because it was the one thing I said, I'm never going to do this. Like, I already make changes as a senator. I don't need to be president to make change, because like everyone on the Senate has projects, and so I felt like there was no need for me to have a presidential position to make those changes. And then a bunch of people talked to me, like the past presidents reached out to me. The director of Economic Center was like, Amma, like, why aren't you doing this? Like, so I called my mom the night before nominations, and I said, like, I don't know if I should do this. Should I do this? People are telling me I should do this. And then she said, why don't you want to do it? Like, why? What is stopping you? And I said, I don't know if I can do it. And she said, that is not how I brought you up. Like, I didn't bring you up to think there's nothing you can do. So if that is how you think, then like I didn't do a good job. And I said, actually you're right, because you know what, there's nothing that I can't do. As long as I put my mind to it, I believe you can try to achieve the impossible just by working hard for it. And if that's like that's really like my pushing point for everything. Like every single time I put my mind to something, I tell myself I can do it. Like I'm gonna try my very hardest to achieve the impossible. Even if I get really close, at least I know I was striving for that. And I feel like I'm probably gonna get involved in politics or some sort of like organization to like make change in the future, because I feel like I'm not who I am without those things. Like those things like give me life, and just like keep in mind why you run in the first place, like, because people will push you down, people will try to tell you you're not doing enough, try to tell you to do more, but at the end of the day, always try to do your best, and as long as you know you're doing your best, just take that as a win, because it is really hard to do that job in academics and all the other things that you're probably going to do in addition to that. So just hold that to your heart and just move with it. And it's fine if like projects fail. It's fine if things don't go the way you want them to. It's a part of the position. Like not everything is gonna go. Like as you can see, I couldn't accomplish everything on my platform because you only have 1 year. Just even working on one project is just so much work, and you just like. You push yourself to do all these things at the same time, which I tried my first semester, trying to start all these different projects. It's just too much. Just focus on one thing that you really want to work on and just try to make that happen.